Hello, everyone, and welcome to Rust Talk. I'm Dave Brown, your host. Today, we have Mark Lazaro, Director of Training for Rust-Oleum. Mark leads the Rust-Oleum efforts for training for contractors, both paint contractors, industrial contractors, flooring contractors, and he talks about our wall coatings, our floor coatings, our industrial coatings, our decorative coatings, basically anything that Rust-Oleum manufactures. Mark gets his hands in training. He's got more certifications than his business card has room, and we're really excited to have him today. Thanks for joining us, Mark.
Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it. That's a great intro. Thank you. I'll take that any day.
Oh, I worked really hard on that. So, but it's great to have you, Mark. Today we're going to talk about just some of the things that products and how we specify products. You know, we deal with a lot of architects on our side, so I know we have a lot of questions from architects like how do we choose what product goes on the application? So let's say we got a floor and we need to choose the right product to go about it. Can you kind of help us simplify that or explain how we could do that?
You know, that's actually a question we get also, not just with the architectural end, but on the contractor end or the paint store dealers or even employee ends. What's the best product for a floor? And our answer is always, it depends. There's a lot of variables that go into it. So we always kind of recommend asking a ton of questions using our product survey sheet. So you kind of go in and you can buy the numbers of looking at it and then just find out exactly what they're doing, what's going on, and what they expect of the product. So it's that sales end of it that we try to teach too. It's that the how and why, as opposed to just, oh, this is the best product we have. This is the best flooring product. Put it everywhere, because it may not fit for that use.
So you're talking about, I heard you mention the report. Is that the condition report you're talking about?
Yeah, the product condition report, excuse me. It goes through everything from job name down to what they clean it with, how do they clean it, frequencies. It really takes a lot of the guesswork out of recommending what the floor product would be.
Yeah, and I think that'd be really helpful for a contractor, or even somebody on the side that's going to look at the job. They can actually go through that checklist. And it probably has stuff about moisture testing. It has stuff about, is there a previous coating on the floor? Stuff that, we know to look for, but like the architects and the contractors or even the building owners, the people that own the buildings, they don't really know this stuff. So I'll put a link to that at the end of this webinar. And so with that being said, let's just go through like a quick example. So let's say let's go simple. Let's say we're trying to coat a commercial kitchen, or let's do a commercial kitchen. They'll make it easy. So I got a commercial kitchen. Where do you think I should start? I want to put a coating on there.
I mean, the biggest thing is if it's a commercial kitchen is, if it's a new kitchen, is it already being used? Is it a new kitchen? Is it already being used? What's the return to service time? So all those variables go into it. If there's no return to service issue, you can go with epoxies. You can go with some epoxies that are going to hold up to grease and fats and things like that are going to be spilled. But if time is of the essence, you're going towards more that polyspartic or that urethane. So you have that quick return to service time. Okay. So it just depends, because you can get the chemical resistance out of one, or the other one may be a little better than the other, but that return to service, and is it occupied space? What are they doing in there? Are there other trades? Again, going back to the project condition form, it depends is what the answer is, what we like to use so much.
Yeah, that's actually a good answer. And a lot of times you really need to work with either your sales rep, your architect rep, your manufacturer rep, because there's so many variables in this. And if you look at the products that Rust-Oleum manufacturers, we have hundreds of epoxies, we got hundreds of urethanes, hundreds of polyspartics, and it's all about, how quick do you want to get back on it? What kind of chemicals are going to be there? So there's a lot of variables. So it really helps. We do have a great website. You could always go on Google and search the products and maybe search for the substrate. That helps. With that, Mark, I really appreciate your time. You really helped us. We can do a virtual high five. Perfect. And thanks again. And until next time, we got another one coming out in a couple of weeks. And until that, stay rusty. Bye, everybody.